Good evening, and welcome to this channel about past lives and reincarnation. So I've been reading comments. I think it's a fantastic comment section. Thank you very much for the comments. Now I want to talk about some of these things. Right, here's the first one. I have a friend who started channeling, and during this period of 6 or 7 years, her health completely failed. Right. Now, this is a very important point. Now, this is exactly why I don't do readings, for instance. Some people ask me to do readings. I refuse. I don't channel because it's exhausting, and I'm sure it will affect your health. I'm sure about it. I've seen so many examples of this. One of them was actually a girlfriend of mine. She was doing this professionally, and I saw it on her. This was wearing her out. Because you get into stuff. Some of this may be very confusing, some of it is dark, you know. So I know some people do it, and they seem to be getting away with it. These people must know exactly what they are doing every time. I suppose they are very powerful too. But I would never do it. See, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Now, what I'm doing is completely different. Well, I think it's different. You know, I'm totally selfish. I'm working on myself. And sometimes it happens that there's a spirit or a confused spirit, and then I deal with it. It's to help me, you know. And I happen to help some of them when I do this. But it's about me, everything. Very selfish, you see. Yeah, it's tiring, you see. It is. I don't like it. Because it's tiring. That's what it is. And you need to know something about it if you want to do it. Alright, here's a question. Do spirits hang around until their next human life? Yeah, that's what they do. Well, that's what I have observed. They talk to friends, they try to talk to us. They influence things that's happening, of course, the big ones especially. Well, the bad ones too, unfortunately. So they do. That's what they do. Now some of them, some spirits on the other side, they are sort of tricked. You know, there's bad things going on also on the other side. I know this. I've seen it. Some of them are tricked into bad experiences, and this will be bad for them. See? One example is the white light. You heard about this, of course. Some mediums, they say, I talk to spirit, and then I tell the spirit to move to the light. And the spirit moves to the light, and then everything is fine. The spirit is safe. Well, no. I never do this. I never tell anyone to move to the light. Never. Because I happen to know what it is. It's a trick. Well, you don't have to believe me. But that's what I have seen. It's a trick. It's much better if they just hang around. That's right. And then eventually they say, oh, I start a new life. And then they start a new life. That's preferred. They would be better off. See? Here's another one. So we have to keep coming back and doing this over and over. Talking about rebirth, of course. This cycle. Being born, dying, being born, dying, and so on, and so on. And no, we don't have to do it. You can have a choice. You can say, yes, I want to be reborn. Or you can say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's about you. It's about your condition. If you're in bad shape, you will not be able to have this choice. That's what I have seen. You need to work on yourself. That's right. What you do during this lifetime, and then the condition you will be in when you come to this point, that will tell you if your work on yourself was good enough. So you need to do it. Get into it. This is much, much more important than making a career or having good stuff, nice things. Of course it is. Your work on yourself is key to your future. And the guilt. Guilt is a big one. It is. So work on your guilt. I think it's a good start. If you can deal with this, that's good. And you need to look at it from different angles and keep looking at it until you have no guilt. See? It's very trapping, this stuff, guilt. And then of course, upsets and whatever bad things you have. Just work on it. And get educated. You know, I had a very good time when I started looking into it, because I found some great philosophers, and they could confirm things. And I had all these questions, and I got help. You know. My favorite philosopher is Lao Tzu. Right? Amazing, but there's so many of them. And you have to make up your own mind about the whole thing. But these books, these old teachings, some of it is extremely good. Right, so work on yourself and you can have a choice. All right, so here's another one. I was wondering, have you had any experience with the beings some call aliens? Yes, I have. Right. I think this is how it is. The reason that they are aliens is because they say they are aliens. You know? They are not different from any other one. That's what I haven't seen any differences, except this one. They say that they come from another place. That's why. They are basically the same as everybody else. So I had this happen, of course. I remember one of them said he was from Sirius. And I believed him, right? I think 3 of them, actually, maybe 2, said that they came from the Andromeda galaxy. And it made me curious, so I asked them, so what is it like, Andromeda? And it didn't seem to be a good place. I got a bad feeling from this. Now, it could be fantastic, Andromeda Galaxy. I don't know this, of course. But this is what I got from these 2. I think it was 2 of them. Andromeda Galaxy. They are not different. And I mean, honestly, we are aliens too, aren't we? We're living in this universe. And so do so many others. And there are other places. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's all. Be good.